open houses are a great way for you to generate some leads and a great way for you to build some clients, hopefully for you to help them find a home. So here's some tips and tricks on how to host an open house successfully. A couple things to keep in mind is one is find an open house that's in an area that you like, that you know. You want to make sure you're very familiar with the area, that you know what's for sale and what's sold. There's nothing worse than somebody coming into the open house and they have more information on what's happening in the neighborhood than you do. So make sure you're finding out all the information you can as possible. If it's not your listing and it's one of our agents and you've asked permission and they've given you permission to host an open house, make sure you're asking the agent any questions that you don't know about the house. Get their insight. Let them tell you the age of the roof, the furnace, and things like that. A couple other things is you want to make sure that you are getting there at the right time. You want to give yourself sufficient time to put out open house signs. So here's another one: open house signs and where to put them. You want to make sure you're looking at Google Maps, you're driving around the area and finding high traffic areas where people are either walking or driving or biking, so you could get them pointed towards your property. Anywhere from 5 to 10 open houses, the signs are the bare minimum, in my opinion. But you want to make sure you're following the rules and regulations of each municipality. They've got rules on how many open signs and how long they can be out. So make sure you're looking into that as well. You want to make sure that the house is presentable. Get in there, turn on all the lights, make sure it looks good, and it even smells good. If you need to open up some windows, if you need to turn on all the lights in the basement, you want to make sure you're doing all of these things, preparing and getting the house ready at its best. That being said, now you're getting some people to come in. Now what do? There's a couple of options. One is you get the good old pen and paper and have them sign in on an open house guest sheet, name, phone number, email address, and if they're working with a realtor. And nowadays we also have technology with KB Core open house sign-in sheets where they can just sign in and you'll have all their information for follow-ups in the future. That's the name of the game here, guys. That's why we're here. We're doing this to generate some leads. The other things you want to make sure you're doing is not walking too many people through the house at the same time. You want to only let maybe one to max two people through the house at the same time. You want to make sure that you're keeping an eye on these people, and you're going to develop your own strategy. Are you going to walk with them from room to room, get to know them and talk to them, or are you going to let them tour the house on their own? And then when they come back, you're going to ask them some qualifying questions. That's really up to you. I kind of like to walk around with people. And one other thing you want to make sure you're doing, and you're telling the sellers to do and the owners of the home, is to make sure they're putting away all their valuables. Not that things are going to get stolen or whatever, but you want to make sure that there's nothing within arm's reach that kids could grab or that anybody could grab. Anything worth value, put it in a cupboard underneath the vanity or whatever. Just get it out of there. Don't leave anything for chance. And that's another reason why you want to make sure people are signing in. You may even want to ask for a valid ID. And if they're not willing to give you their name or give you their ID, don't let them do the house. Simple as that. So I hope this video helps you run your first open house. Good luck.